calling all day about the incident with her manager, and I'm kind of like, I feel like this is definitely not something that HR needs to hear about. Like, I'm totally down to talk whenever, but like, I don't know. I don't really think that was worth reporting. No, like, it would be different if he was eating her whole lunch, but he's only taking the part that she doesn't usually eat. I don't know. I guess I can, like, see her perspective, but there's just something about it. I think she just needs someone to talk to, honestly. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna have to let you go. Bye. Today has been something else. Thankfully, it's begun to slow down. Thank you for getting down so quickly, hun. Let me just finish this up really quickly and then we can start, okay? Yeah. I'll just be like 2 seconds. Yeah, I have to reply to this email like pronto because the person that sent it is like super strict about deadlines and stuff. And they'll be like, oh, what were you doing? Like, you didn't respond right away. And I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'll just send it so I don't have to hear about it, you know? Yeah, exactly. Alright. There we go. And sent. Perf. Alright, so first off, hi. It's been a while since I've seen you. I heard you were assigned to the team on the new project with Deb. That is so awesome. You'll be in great hands. Deb is like incredible. Right. So I actually called you down to discuss some worries that your managers and a few other peers have brought up. I just wanted to see what was going on. Also, this goes without saying, but you're not in trouble or like anything, so put your anxieties aside. Okay? Perf. So, I did want to go to a private office to discuss for the sake of your privacy. So, if you can, go ahead and follow me right over this way. We're going to walk down this hall, and then we're going to make a left into room 122. Let's see. 122. Alright, here we are. Let's get you in and comfortable. Take a seat right over there. Alright. Alright, and then let me get this computer all booted up. Oh, alright, I did that earlier actually. Love that for me. Let me sign in and get everything up and running. And then we'll go ahead and we'll discuss a bit. Yeah. Okay, perfect. It signs you out like every 15 minutes for like security reasons, so I'm constantly having to sign back in. But we're good to go now. So, I know the last time that I saw you, we discussed your troubles with overworking and task prioritization, all that jazz, right? Precisely. Okay. We discussed that prioritizing your rituals was paramount for the foreseeable future, and how your work and health was suffering from the lack of them, correct? Yeah. So I'm really happy that we had the opportunity to get that sorted out for you, back then, but it's been just about a year, and I've been getting emails recently about your health and your performance. without naming any names, there are some managers and some peers that have had some concerns about, let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, okay, 8 to be exact. So a few more than last year. That's not a record that we want to be breaking, to be honest. Regardless, as you know, I am here to find out how we can help. Last time we applied and went through with the relaxation ritual. Would you say that helped? Okay, yeah, that's good. So we will make note of that. Maybe even send in an application for it while we talk. Right, and if you decide that's not something you want to do, we can always cancel and find what would work best. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, and can you spell your last name for me? Thank you, thank you. Alright, and let me go ahead and submit that. And there we go, that is all sent. So, we will have to wait on that, but while we wait on the approval, I do want to discuss the concerns that we have had. The most prominent note is that you have been overworking yourself, volunteering for extra projects, taking on others' work, coming in early and staying late. This isn't even making mention of the accumulated overtime that you've racked up in the past 2 months. Let me see, let me check what that was again. Okay, so if you saw the number I was seeing on my screen, you would gasp. It's a reckless amount, really. So I just want to know if there is an underlying reason why you might be signing yourself up for so much work, when it clearly just is not a reasonable amount to handle. Okay. Alright, yeah, I see. This does happen sometimes. Fairly often, people will be experiencing something distressing or difficult, and instead of processing that negativity, they do other things to occupy their thoughts. While that seems like a better alternative to feeling and processing that negativity, it really just kind of shoves it in a corner. And in sitting in that corner, it starts to fester. Does that make sense? Okay, so, it looks like I just got an approval for the treatment along with an escalation request. Now, what that means is the company wants this to be prioritized. Your work calendar has been cleared for the remainder of the day, and we will be handling this right away. Yeah, we really don't take this sort of thing lightly. Not only do we hold employee health as a core value, with the severity of this case, we could be reprimanded by the Board of Employee Neglect. So, it's super serious. Yes. Even if you were the one to take on all of that extra work, no one making you do it, there is a cap that the board decides on, a bit of a sliding cap, depending on a few factors, but regardless, you are at the maximum that we can allow you to work. It looks like you're approved for a 1-week vacation on top of this, so we can absolutely discuss that after the relaxation ritual. But for now, I would really like to get this started. Why the rush? Well, listen, can I say something off the record as a friend, not a coworker? Okay, so I can tell that you're running yourself ragged. Your ears are like drooping, your eyes are dull, and the bags under them are very telling. I don't even think I have an eye cream that would help at this point. And I mean, what I'm trying to say is, I'm really, really concerned for your health. I think that you're underestimating the severity of the situation. I mean, it sounds like you have a lot going on, and I can't help but feel like you're burying whatever it is under work so you don't have to think about it. I wouldn't let a friend do that, so please, let me help you. We have so many resources to prevent this sort of thing, so please, let me help you for real. Thank you. I'm gonna bring out the tools and dim the lights in here. I'll also grab you a warm towel to place over your eyes. So if you can just lay back on the table, there is a blanket right next to you if you'd like as well. So feel free. Alright, go ahead and close your eyes for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that right there, right along your eyes. It's nice and warm and toasty, super moisturizing too, so that'll be good for you. Now, you have experienced this already, so I won't explain every tool in detail unless you really want me to. And that's fine. Yeah, I can absolutely do that. So first I am going to do a simple feel check just to get an idea of the severity that we are working with. Go ahead and stay perfectly still, okay? Just deep breaths. Just in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Keep doing that. Just count 2, 4, and breathe in and out. Yeah, it does seem very severe. I might not actually be able to do this how I usually do. Let me see, actually, really quick. Yes, okay. I will absolutely have to start with this. Just stay nice and relaxed like this, okay? Just as you are. I'll be starting with wooden ear picks. Not quite what I did last time, but this case is interesting. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start on this side. And I am going to lightly scrape all along the ear canal. We want to get rid of all of that caked on negativity. Just stay still, just like that. Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great. Using very, very small scrapes. Yeah, no, that is definitely, it's working like a charm. It's fantastic. Alright, there we go. Now if you don't mind, just go ahead and turn for me. Yeah, just like turn over a little bit so I can get the other side. Right, no, that is excellent. You're doing great. There we go. Like I said, we really just want to get all of the big chunks out so then we can start cleaning any of the smaller bits, any of the residue. Alright, there we go. And honestly, the more that I look in here, the more I think that you would really, really benefit from like a proper washing as well. I think it would make quite the difference. So let me get a washcloth out and just really get all around the area and stuff. Yeah. There we are. Alright, it's really just some warm water and a little bit of soap, so no worries there. It's nothing crazy, nothing complex, and I'm just gonna wipe really smoothly. And we want to get in all of the little spaces, all in these little curves and everything. There we go. You want to get behind the ears as well. So we're just going to give that a quick wipe. There we go. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing over on the side. We're gonna go ahead and get behind the ear again. Just like that. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead, gonna fold this so we can get in all of these little spaces. Okay, that's pretty much, I think, all that we can really do. So let me take a look here. Let me just like go ahead and look here. Okay, so this would usually make a pretty clean slate, but it seems that this is just a bit too much for even a proper wipe down to help. Oh, okay, so I have an idea. Let me look through some things really quick. We might have something. Okay, so here we are. Elixirs. These are like super underutilized. Then again, most people don't let it get this bad. But this will be perfect for you. So I'm gonna go ahead. I just have to apply about 3 drops in your ear. So it will feel a little funny. Don't even worry about it. It's gonna feel amazing after a little bit. Okay? Let me just go ahead and get this open. Alright, perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and apply about 5 drops per ear. Alright, let me do that. Alright, and we're just gonna wait a little bit, and you should slowly kind of feel it like start to work in your ear. You will definitely notice. So like there won't be a question as to whether or not it's working or not, I promise. Let's go ahead and give it a few seconds. Yeah, we're actually just gonna let this sit for a little bit. Just a few minutes. Yeah. And you know, it wouldn't have gotten so severe if you let yourself rest. While outside stress is absolutely a factor here, it seems like you've had poor rest on top of that. You work so hard, but you have such little regard for your own well-being. You really are an incredible employee, and no one can deny that. The new hires all look up to you, and I think even if you didn't ask for that, you should still set a good example, you know? So many look up to achieve at your level, but if they see you breaking your back all of the time, they might think that that's okay. The most reasonable thing to do is to find some balance for your own sake, but also for theirs. Balance. Like, if one day is really rough, the next should be less so. If you have a really easy day, the next day should have some extra work maybe. It's impossible to assume that we can make each day the same amount of work. So just try and find the flow. Work with the current, not against it, if that makes sense. I mean, everyone cares a lot for you. And we just hope that you care about yourself that much. Yeah, but this should be finished, by the way. Let me clean that off for you. Here we go. Now we can go with the classics. This should get any extra kind of lighter remnants out, you know? But you felt these before, so it's nothing crazy. There we are. I bet it already feels a lot better, doesn't it? Well, let me just go ahead and put some finishing touches on it, okay? Near there. That should do it. It looks like a million times better now. How does it feel though? Are you asleep? Well, I can't say I blame you. These sort of rituals can lull just about anyone into sleep. And with everything that's going on with you, I'm sure you're dead tired. I think you were kind of doomed the minute that I told you to close your eyes. Maybe even just when your head hit the pillow. But it's alright. Your calendar is clear and you have nothing you need to do all day. It wouldn't hurt to let you lay down for a bit. Here, all tucked in. Sleep well, alright? When you wake up, you can start planning those days off. That'll be exciting for sure, so don't sleep for too long, okay?